What if I told you that within your body lies a hidden command, a switch capable of awakening the dormant youth in your cells and the lost clarity in your mind? It's not a myth, not a fairy tale. It's a forgotten language known to the wise, one that modern science is only now beginning to decipher. Your body is not just flesh and bone. It's a living temple, a sacred book waiting to be read anew. And each chapter you are about to hear is a key, a ritual that unlocks doors to renewal. Prepare yourself. What you will discover may forever change the way you see your own existence. Before starting this video, remember to subscribe and like it. Don't move yet, listen. Because what I'm about to reveal isn't just another health tip, nor a passing fad. It's a secret that wise men knew millennia ago and that modern science is only now beginning to confirm. Imagine that your body isn't just flesh and bone, but a living temple, a sacred book written in a language you've forgotten how to read. Every cell holds instructions for youth, but those pages have remained closed for far too long. In the silent corridors of history, figures like Thoth, the scribe of the gods, already knew that the true source of vitality lay not in potions or complicated rituals, but in the way we honor movement. They understood that when the temple remains still, energy stagnates, inflammation takes hold, and time begins to etch its wear into every fiber. Science confirms it. Lack of movement is not just fatigue, it is the beginning of a slow decline. But here's the revelation, that fate is not irreversible. There is a command, a gesture so simple that anyone can perform it, capable of awakening the dormant guardians of your body. It requires neither superhuman strength nor extreme sacrifices. It is an act of connection, a precise stimulus that releases a divine messenger in your blood. That messenger carries a clear order: renew yourself. Think of it as lighting a lamp in a dark temple. Suddenly, the walls reveal forgotten inscriptions, the symbols glow anew, and the space is filled with life. This is how this command works. It transforms stillness into energy, converts dense matter into vital fire, and opens the first door to true youth. This is just the beginning of the journey. Today you heard the first word of a lost language, the language of your own body. And by remembering it, by pronouncing it with your movements, you begin to write a new story within yourself. A story where time ceases to be the enemy and becomes an ally. Imagine that within your body there exists an invisible bridge, a rainbow that connects the effort of your muscles with the regeneration of each cell. That bridge has a name, irisin. The ancients would have called it divine decree, a word of power. Scientists call it a molecule, but its effect transcends any definition. When your muscles contract at the right rhythm, not with the violence of exhaustion nor the laziness of inactivity, this messenger is released. It travels through your blood like a sacred emissary, carrying a single, clear command: renew yourself. It's as if every cell receives a letter written in the language of the gods, reminding it that it is not destined to age passively, but to transform, to awaken. The impact is immediate. Irisin doesn't just circulate, it acts. It approaches the white fat, that dense matter that stores energy like dead weight, and commands it to transmute into living fire. Brown fat, tissue that burns to generate heat, that transforms stagnation into movement. It is the first great alchemical work within you, the passage from heavy to light, from lead to gold. But the messenger's journey doesn't end there. He crosses the most sacred barrier, the border of the brain, and there another miracle awakens: the birth of new neurons. What was once thought impossible is now revealed as an everyday act of your own body. The mind is illuminated, connections are strengthened, clarity returns. It's as if Thoth himself, the Lord of sacred writing, were handing you a new scroll so you could rewrite your mental destiny. This chapter shows us that the secret isn't brute force or suffering, but intelligent movement. Irisin responds to the right language, the precise frequency, and when you make it speak, your whole body listens. What seemed like a simple exercise becomes a ritual, a dialogue with your deepest biology. And so, the divine messenger reminds us that rejuvenation is not a myth or an external miracle. It is an internal process that begins with a gesture, with a rhythm, with the decision to move in harmony with our own nature. Within each cell of your body, millions of tiny lights burn bright, minuscule yet essential. These are the mitochondria, the true powerhouses that sustain every thought, every movement, every heartbeat. Without them, life fades. But with time and inactivity, these lights become dirty, less efficient, producing more smoke than light. It is then that fatigue sets in, when vitality seems to vanish. This is where the divine messenger Irison reveals another of his wonders. He not only transforms fat and awakens the mind, but also descends to these powerhouses to repair them. He is like an engineer entering a neglected power plant and beginning to clean, adjust, and optimize. The mitochondria once again produce purer, more abundant energy with less waste. The body feels light, the mind clearer, and life more vibrant. But Irison doesn't just repair what's old. It goes further. It orders the creation of new mitochondria. It's an act of multiplying vital energy. Suddenly, your body not only recovers what was lost, but amplifies its capacity to generate strength, endurance, and clarity. It's like installing new turbines inside you, increasing the voltage of your existence. This process, which science calls mitochondrial biogenesis, is the modern translation of what ancient traditions called chi, prana, or vital energy. The sages intuited that movement cultivated this invisible force that sustains life. Today we know that this intuition had a biological basis. Every step, every deep breath, every sustained movement is an act of recharging your internal batteries. Thus, exercise ceases to be an expenditure of energy and becomes a ritual of refinement. It's not just sweat, it's alchemy. Each movement session is an investment in your vital infrastructure, a reminder that youth is not measured in years, but in the quality of the energy that flows within you. This chapter teaches us that true wealth lies not in what we accumulate externally, but in the invisible power we cultivate within. And when your body's power centers function in harmony, the path to renewal opens wide. Within you exists a silent army, a cleansing mechanism so perfect it seems designed by nature itself to keep life young and vibrant. This process is called autophagy, and its mission is to devour what is old, damaged, and useless, recycling it into new energy. For centuries, it was thought to be activated only in extreme states such as prolonged fasting. But modern science has discovered that movement, when performed with the right frequency, awakens this same power without the need for deprivation. This is where Irison reveals another facet of its magic. As it flows through your bloodstream, it sends a command to every cell: purify yourself. It's as if a cleaning crew enters your body, dismantling rusted parts, eliminating defective proteins, and repairing damaged mitochondria. What seemed like accumulated waste becomes raw material for renewal. The body recycles itself, polishes itself from within, and the feeling of heaviness transforms into lightness. This act of purification is not merely biological, it is symbolic. It is the equivalent of sweeping away the shadows of a temple, of burning incense in a forgotten sanctuary. Each sustained movement is a ritual gesture that opens space for the new, clears the fog of weariness, and restores clarity to the spirit. Science describes it as a survival mechanism. The wise understood it as a rite of rebirth. The most surprising thing is that this process doesn't require extreme sacrifices. You don't need to fast for days on end or subject yourself to painful tests. Simply move your body consistently, at that moderate pace that activates irisin and awakens autophagy. It's a fast in motion, an alchemy that transforms exertion into pure energy. Thus, the chapter on purification reminds us that rejuvenation is not about accumulating more, but about learning to let go of what is superfluous. The body, when given the opportunity, knows how to cleanse, how to repair, how to be reborn. And every step you take, every deep breath, every moment of conscious movement is a word in that forgotten language that your biology understands perfectly, the language of renewal. Imagine your DNA as an infinite library, filled with manuals that dictate every aspect of your existence. For years, it was believed that these pages were set in stone, that your biological destiny was immutable. But the truth is far more powerful. You are not a prisoner of your genetic inheritance. You are the author who can decide which chapters are read and which remain closed. That power is called epigenetics. This is where Irisin, the divine messenger freed by movement, reveals his deepest mission. He not only transforms fat, awakens the mind, and repairs your energy centers, but also becomes a scribe who converses directly with your life force. It's as if Thoth himself were handing you the pen to rewrite your biological history. Each session of moderate, consistent movement is a command sent to the library of your DNA. There, Irison instructs your inner librarian to stop reading the manuals of wear and tear and start opening the books of repair, stability, and youth. Genes that were once dormant, linked to regeneration and longevity, reawaken. Genes that promoted inflammation and decline are silenced. Your body ceases to be a passive archive and becomes a dynamic system of renewal. This process is like adjusting the internal clock of your existence. Age ceases to be a linear sentence and becomes a state that can be cultivated. Every step, every deep breath, every sustained movement is an act of writing in your own book of life. You are not condemned to repeat the history of your lineage. You have the capacity to create a different narrative, brighter, more vibrant. Epigenetics shows us that youth isn't a fading memory, but a daily practice. It's a constant dialogue with your body, a conversation activated by the language of movement. And when you choose to speak that language, your biology responds with gratitude, reprogramming its reading to keep you strong, clear, and renewed. This chapter reveals that the true miracle lies not in changing who you are, but in remembering that you always had the power to decide how your story is written. Movement is the key, Irison is the messenger, and your DNA is the parchment where each day you can inscribe the most powerful word of all, rebirth. The journey reaches its final destination, not as an ending but as an invitation. Because everything you've heard so far, the divine messenger, the transmutation of fat, the reconstruction of the mind, cellular purification, and the rewriting of life's code, is not abstract theory. It's a call to transform movement into a daily ritual, a conscious act that connects you with the forgotten wisdom of your own body. Imagine that each step you take, each deep breath, each moment of sustained rhythm is a word written in the book of your existence. It's not training, it's a ceremony. It's not sacrifice, it's a celebration. The body doesn't ask for perfection, it asks for consistency. And in that consistency lies true youth, not as a lost memory, but as a daily practice that renews your energy, your mind, and your spirit. The ancients knew that the temple only reveals its secrets when it is in motion. Today, science confirms it. Moderate and consistent exercise is not just a habit. It is the key that activates Irison, the messenger that awakens your dormant biology. It is the universal language your body understands, the conversation that keeps your cells alive, the melody that prevents the silence of time from turning into decay. The real challenge isn't intensity but overcoming inertia. Breaking the spell of sedentary life with a simple gesture. Opening the door, taking the first step, deciding that today your body will listen. That moment, however small it may seem, is the most transformative of all. Because by doing so, you turn movement into an act of love, a pact with yourself, a ritual of rebirth. This final chapter reminds us that the fountain of youth isn't found outside, it's activated within. You don't need distant temples or secret formulas. Your body already holds the key, your blood already knows the messenger, your DNA already awaits the command. All that's missing is your decision to move consistently, to honor your temple each day. Thus ends this story, not with a closure but with an opening, an invitation to transform each day into a rite of renewal. Because youth is not a destination, it is a path traveled step by step, breath by breath, movement by movement. And that path begins now, within you, with the certainty that every conscious gesture is an act of rebirth. You have seen how the divine messenger awakens your energy, how fat is transmuted into fire, how the mind is rebuilt, how cells are purified, how your DNA is rewritten, and how movement becomes ritual. All of this is not theory, it is your power waiting to be activated. The fountain of youth is not outside, it is within you, in every step you choose to take, in every conscious breath, in every moment of consistency. The true secret is not discovering it, it is practicing it. Today you hold the key in your hands. The question is not whether it works, but whether you are willing to move and be reborn. As always, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe and leave a like. See you in the next video.